That seems to be good. Keep talking.
Perfect.
Though.
I was like, we just need audio this time because, we record a podcast. There's no audio. Then we have to redo a whole podcast.
We got to re-record.
Which is
the whole
fine because
thing.
now we get to be out here lounging
in the sun.
In the sun. Well, the sun is diminishing, so we definitely have to record this in like the next half hour.
I just want to make sure. Sorry. How do I know if it's on? I'm just gonna.
And my camera's recording, I believe, right?
Okay,
Check,
so
testing, 1, 2, 3.
It doesn't seem like.
Oh. And my camera's recording, I believe, right? Oh, he's looking right at me. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, shit, I don't want to block my microphones.
That's what they are. You're blocking the microphones.
I don't want to block my microphones. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, right.
All right. Well, this is technically the second episode of Two Girls, One Cat podcast.
Yep, we had a great first episode. We had a lot of fun.
We tried to record a second episode, and honestly, it was just like the wrong time of day. Like, we were both exhausted, and on top of that, I was just like totally forgot to do the microphone settings properly, so we had no audio.
That's not even like, look at it go. Oh my gosh, I love him. It's like
Dude.
parkour. We're watching a squirrel right now who came to hang out with us for a second.
Next time we do a podcast out here, we'll bring the other camera out so that way we can try to get some behind the scenes of the squirrel.
God, look at
Better
him.
yet, hold on, I'm just gonna get it right now and then I'll look at him. Oh, we were zooming.
Look at
We
him
were just gonna do a
go.
little zoomy.
We love that.
Oh, there he is. He looks, look at, he's looking at me. Lovely.
They make weird, like, they make noises like that.
They do make really interesting, oh, look at the post office has arrived.
Where?
He's at the door.
Oh, look at that. It's the postman.
The postman.
I love our postmen. They're very sweet.
They are very nice. Well, okay, so what did we do today, Claire?
We went to my school and Bethany's alma mater, and we had a lot of freaking fun.
Yeah, I haven't been, I graduated from UAlbany back in 2019. I really haven't been there, I haven't been back there since then to like wander around campus. So of course we went to like the, what is it called where the food court is?
The CC.
The CC, which is the
Campus Commons.
I want to keep saying the Centra Commons, but I'm like, that doesn't
But
make
it's central, so it makes sense.
Yeah, but we went to the Campus Commons, we grabbed some Starbucks, we hung out, we walked around for a little bit, went to her lecture hall room area.
Walked into the library, which is the store, and looked at t-shirts that were $70, just like the normal
they're just
stuff.
like, hey guys.
I know you're paying like $5,000 for tuition, but buy one of our $70 shirts.
Yeah, it's not that big of a deal. Just add it to your student loans.
Your student loans, and in 20 years that shirt's gonna be $1,000.
I need to make I was like, I need to make sure that I have an extra grand just to buy some merch for my college. But so it was really nice. I went back and I went to the little Greek stand, Nico's Grill or whatever.
Love Nico's.
I got myself a gyro. It was very nostalgic. I used to go there all the time and get a gyro during my little lunch break and stuff.
Do you like lamb or chicken or beef?
I get the beef gyro.
You get the beef?
Yeah,
Do you get it with fries?
No, I just get the beef gyro with lettuce, tomato, onion, cucumbers, and feta cheese, extra tzatziki, some on the side.
That sounds so good. I used to go to 212 makes fire gyros. Well, that's funny. It's like tomato. I say gyro.
I say gyro.
Gyro. It's
Gyro.
probably
But
gyro,
no,
yeah.
it goes both ways though, just like me. But sorry. No. But it's like I've heard even traditional Greek places call it a gyro because that's like I think it's just like the more Americanized version. But but I've also heard it as gyro.
Gyro, yeah.
So it's just like gyro, gyro. What do you guys call it? Let's start a poll for that.
Start freaking poll.
So today it's really two girls, one squirrel.
Two girls.
Could be more squirrels because honestly, there's one that honestly at this point he's the cameraman.
There are some playing in a hole over there in that tree.
They're so cute. I love them.
They're great. They're little bunnies that can climb.
Exactly. And
one of the things about growing up in Brooklyn is like everyone would call them just like rats that could climb trees. And I'm like, rats can climb trees anyway. But they're not. They're so cute, dude. Look at him with his little like paws.
Oh! He's so cute. Not to mention that I actually used to have a pet rat growing up.
They're so smart.
Yeah, his name was Templeton. He'd sit on my shoulder.
Why is it the perfect name for a
Because
rat?
that's the name's from Charlotte's Web.
That's
Which is funny now because my mom's named her pig Wilbur now.
Yep.
So it's just like a whole thing. So, but yeah, so Albany, that was so fun today to go. I
was
went to the
great.
registrar's office and I applied to get a new copy of my degree because my name changed, and I was like,
Yeah.
I need to have my maiden name on my papers. So I'm so excited.
It's kind of crazy how impactful college and university has been, like, personally for me and my growth, but also I know for you and your growth. It really,
oh my God, yeah.
like, it just opens your fucking eyes.
Dude, for
It
real.
does.
We were just talking about this on the car ride back home. I was like, you know what? As much as I feel like my degree might have not been worth the money because of the education I received, I do feel like college was really like a melting pot of learning experiences and meeting people from all over the world and just making new connections in whether it be the photography, the
Yeah.
modeling industry, just networking locally with different people in the capital region. Like, it was
Getting
just,
out of your freaking house.
yeah,
Like,
and just like a way to just like, I loved having deadlines to finish projects. It made
Yeah.
me actually get them done. I would always procrastinate until
Yeah,
like the
no,
day
me
before,
too.
but I still got the project done, and I always got like an A, maybe a B. But like I always did really well in college, which was great because I didn't do well in high school.
Really?
I
It's
dropped
the
out- I
opposite
dropped
for
out in
me.
10th
That's
grade.
right. That's
So
right.
I dropped out-
How'd you get your GED then?
I went to Glenmont Job Corps.
Oh.
And I got my CNA, I got my GED and my CNA, and I was actually 17 when I got my GED, which you can't get your GED in New York State until you're 18.
Oh, wow. So you got it
So
early.
I needed to go to Vermont. So I drove across the borders into Vermont with a group of other people, and we took our GED test in Vermont. So my GED is actually from the state of Vermont,
I love that.
and I got it when I was 17.
Let's freaking go.
And then I got my CNA in 3 months. So I was only there for like a total of 5 months. I
so
started in
crazy.
January, was out by May. And then then I started working.
Well, that's another thing I think that's so different between the two of us. Like, you get shit done. You were taking 6 classes in a semester. I'm taking 3 classes a semester. Like, my brain just does not work that way, and I'm already like falling behind in one of my classes. Like, I cannot do school.
No, I mean, I was, when I was going to college, I had 2 different jobs. So I worked weddings and I also worked at a liquor store. And then I also did like the paint and sip job that I had. So like I was rotating between different jobs and I was going full time, and I finished in 3.5 semesters to get my bachelor's.
Yeah.
So that was definitely like a,
Wait, 3.5 semesters
well,
to get
yeah,
your
it's usually,
bachelor?
yeah, because you usually get your bachelor's in 4 semesters because it's 2 years. And it's a 2-year
No, that's
degree.
associates.
No, because I already had my associates.
Oh, so you could get your
Yeah,
Girl,
so
you did it right.
so I got my associates 2 years, took me 2 years, and then I took a break. I took 1 semester break, and then I went
I like
to
that.
UAlbany, and then I got my bachelor's, but I did it in 3.5 semesters because I did, well, it wasn't even 3.5, it was technically just 3 semesters, but I did a winter semester,
course,
which
yeah.
is like partial. It's only
like 4
6
weeks.
Yeah, I think it's like 4 or 6 weeks. I can't honestly remember all of the specifics.
No, I took
of
a
it.
winter course. It's only 4 weeks.
Yeah, it's super
quick,
short
super
and it's
easy.
crammed and you're just like done in a month. But I think I
Yeah.
did like 3 classes in that time,
That's
which was
so
just
insane.
like, I'm like, all right, it's done. Now I can just add on 1 extra class that was like an extra credit class. So like I was able to just knock everything out and I was done.
Why did you feel like you had to get everything done so quickly?
Because I honestly just wanted to be done. And at the time I was dealing with so much personal, like so many personal things in my life, which like we said in this podcast, we're definitely planning on going into some deep stuff.
When we get to know each other a
Once
little
we
bit
get
more.
to like, once we get to know our audience and we know
Yeah.
who's viewing us and what you guys want to hear, we're definitely going to get into some more deep stuff. But at the end of the day, I was going through a really hard time in my life. Just for a brief note, I was going through a divorce my last semester, so I was pretty much kind of homeless and
But you did it, dude.
trying to figure out how to like Those were my worst grades I ever got in college. I was always on the dean's list. I got, when I was getting my associates, I was on Phi Theta Kappa.
That's
I got
another thing that's
inducted
so different between us two. Like, doing well for me in college is a B minus. Doing badly for you in college is a B minus.
I was like, yeah.
I'm like, C's to get degrees, bitches.
So like, what about, like, tell us more about your college
Oh my
experience. Like, what, I
God.
know you've mentioned in the first
Yeah.
podcast that you've been in college for a while.
I'm 25. I started university when I was 18 years old. I was going to Pace University in the city in Lower Manhattan. I was modeling. I was like top of my game. But unfortunately, I was in, and if they watch it, like I'm gonna hate saying this, it wasn't an abusive relationship. I think that we were just really young and we just didn't know how to treat the person we were living with the amount of respect that we deserved. So
First of all, relationships at a young age
Oh
are
my
always
God.
difficult. I mean,
Because
relationships at this age are also
they're difficult
so
because we were
difficult.
18, we got into the same school, and we both moved. We went from, living at home to both living in an apartment in Williamsburg together, like trying to figure stuff out, different schedules, like huge control issues on both ends.
I just got
like,
distracted by a dog. I'm sorry. Look
Dog.
at them, they're so cute.
oh, the little Yorkies! That's so sweet. I like how one of them is long and one of them has short hair.
Oh, they're little angels.
They're so, royal.
Oh yes, they're just elegant as hell. I could just see a bow on their head's little
Yeah.
crown.
Oh, that's so
This
sweet.
is also the thing, like I said, we get distracted easily.
That's what makes it great.
But we love it. I mean, we get distracted, but we're like, oh my God, yes. and then right back to our topic. So
It's like what we do with modeling. Like, we'll both be at a shoot and be goofing off, and then the photographer will just, and then we're like,
we're like, all right,
"Ah."
back, look at the camera, pose,
And then we're
flip
like,
your hair. No, that's why, like, literally this girl is my spirit animal. I mean,
it's fucking great.
I mean, technically you're not an animal, but you kind of
But
are.
we could be. We're spirit humans.
We are
Why
spirit
not?
humans. Oh, I hope I'm not blocking my microphones.
We do have something planned, which will be a lot of fun. We're gonna go rent like a hobbit hole for a weekend and
Yes.
just celebrate femininity and girlhood
and we're
the coming of
definitely gonna try to
spring.
do like some type of a Hobbit shoot for
Oh,
sure.
100%.
Yeah,
We're gonna
so
dress up for the
that's on our
podcast.
bucket list for this. Hopefully this summer. Maybe
Yes.
we might wait till fall. I'm not sure yet, but we're going to try to rent out a Hobbit Airbnb
It's gonna be so much
because
fun.
we both love Lord of the Rings.
We
Like,
do. We love Lord of the Rings,
come
and we
on.
love animals.
And we yeah.
And the
we-
place that we want to rent is on a farm.
Yes, yeah. June. It's at June Farms. It's right up here, and
Yeah.
I think I've worked a wedding there before. But I know a lot of other photographers that have worked up there, and they got cows, they got pigs.
I love that.
They've got, I think they got a donkey or
Oh,
something. Oh
let's
my
go.
God, I just love animals. So I'm like,
All right, so anyway, so I went to Pace, and then after that, I took like a year off. And for me personally, like I have learned more in my semesters off than I ever have at school, to be honest. Like
Yeah.
just more about myself personally and what I want to do in life. While when I'm at school, I'm learning more about like what I don't want to do. So
yeah, I definitely feel that. I do think that like going to college really just sort of it just made me realize so many more things, and it wasn't just the academics. It was like managing your time,
Yeah.
scheduling things,
Yeah.
learning how to budget, because like college is expensive, and while you're given student loans, those student loans don't always cover all your expenses. Like, I mean, you still need to buy meals on campus because like who wants to bring a sandwich bag with them and carry it around for friggin' if you have a full day of class?
that's what it was like when I went to Singapore to model. I was 17, and they essentially like
That's so wild to
it's
me.
like it's kind of like you'd go into debt to be able to make money. So I made like probably high thousands while I was there. I can't say the specific number, but I came back with only a few hundred because all of that money goes to the agency. So while I was there, I had to borrow money from my agency to get food, to get medication, for my rent, you know?
Yeah,
And the
because you're 17. You're not even like,
and the craziest part is I was living in a model's apartment that had 7 or 8 models in it. It only had like 3 rooms, and there were bunk beds crammed into each other. They had models sleeping on the floor, and each person's rent was $1,200 a month.
oh my God.
And it was in Singapore, where the rent is probably like $900 for an apartment like that. US dollars. So they're overcharging, they're putting you into
That's
fucking debt.
insane.
That's why so many models, like, they model until they can pay off their debt, and then they just get out of the industry as fast as they can.
No.
So anyway, so I learned a lot about budgeting then, and then I went to school, and then that was weird because I felt like I had already really lived life, and then all of a sudden I was back in this really controlled area, and I had to be a student, and so it's been a struggle for me to really like integrate into school at any part in my life, because then I went to community college, and then after
I
a
loved
year,
community college.
community college was my favorite. I
Community
wish I had gone
college
to
was-
community college first.
Yeah, oh my God, I loved community college so much. And for me, it was kind of how you were saying, like sharing a room with people. So when I went to Job Corps, this is where I ended up getting my GED and then my CNA. I was only there for 5 months. But when I lived there, it's pretty much like, it's kind of almost like prison. It's like where they send people who are on their last chance. Like,
oh my gosh,
like
it was that bad?
They send delinquents there. So it's like, I went there out of my own free will because I was very bullied in high school. I did not like the high school setting. And I was like, I really don't want to be here. I feel like I could finish this and be working a lot sooner than spending another 3 years in high school.
That's what I did. I graduated a semester early to model. Like, people like us don't fucking fit in
No,
in
and
high
I did
school,
not
dude.
fit into high school.
I
and
got
was
bullied
like,
too, dude.
Yeah, and I
Like,
was like, I don't want to be here. This is not what I enjoy. So I went to Job Corps, and it was rough there. It was a big culture shock for me. It was something I grew up in the country. I was not used to. I came out to Glenmont Job Corps.
is that a city or?
Glenmont is down the road.
Oh,
Glenmont is part of Albany
so it
County.
is. Oh my God.
Yeah, so a lot of the Albany community was there.
Okay.
And then we had a lot of people who came down from like Queens, the Bronx, different parts of the city. We had even had people from like I think there was some people from like Trinidad, and we had this girl. She was from. Oh, she was so cool. I really liked her. We ended up becoming really great friends. She was Guyanese.
Oh,
And
yes.
she came over from Guyana, and then she lived here in Albany, and then she went to Job Corps. So like there were
Wow.
a couple of really cool people that I befriended.
Yeah.
We would get together and we would sing and we would dance and do things. But overall, it was like you would have dogs sniff you when you came onto campus. You had to go through security. They would pat
Metal
you down. They would
detectors,
search
yeah.
all of your stuff. Nobody was allowed past the campus gate with you, and then you'd have to walk like a quarter to a half a mile up this road with all of your luggage to campus into the dorms, and there was like curfews.
Right.
If you didn't have a high enough score, you couldn't leave for the weekend. So it was like they controlled everything. They would drug test you regularly.
Wait. And this is to get your GED or your associates?
This was not college. This was to get your GED and a trade.
Oh my gosh! They treated you like inmates. That's
Yeah, and we had
insane.
uniforms that we had to wear, which were horribly uncomfortable, and just like they had these ugly like parachute khaki pants that we had to wear with a navy blue polo. That was our education outfit. And then when I graduated from that and moved into my CNA program, I wore green scrubs. That just had
Wow.
no elasticity and were awful, but
No, that's
whatever.
terrible.
And then you have to go through your whole clinicals process and everything. So we had to go to clinicals and go to a nursing home and learn stuff from there. And then from there, you could do a direct transfer to a nursing home to work there and stuff like
Wow.
that. So I dealt with a lot of stuff there. There was a lot of fights. There were a lot of issues with drugs, and it's a co-ed campus, and they had a girls' dorm and a male dorm, but there's still like that co-ed factor. And there's people
100%.
there from the age of, I think it's 16 or 17, all the way up until the ages of, I think you get kicked out when you're 25 or 26.
Oh wow!
and
So they'll
some-
keep you for a minute.
Oh, they'll keep it. And people would ride the system and they would just stay there because it's free. It's free. It's a government program. They pay you, I think it was like $20 and change every 2 weeks. And you could use that at the commissary. We had a commissary. This is why when I'm saying it's kind of like prison, it was kind of like prison.
How are you supposed to feel like you can enter the workforce after being treated like that? Did you feel like you were prepared after that, or did you feel more anxious than anything?
I mean, in some ways I felt prepared because of the clinicals that we did and because the fact that I went from clinicals to working into a nursing home. Oh, our squirrel's back.
He's been
Hello,
watching us.
What about you, mate?
Hello, buddy.
He's
If I had some nuts,
he's like, I want to hear more about this story. I don't have a streaming service to watch a podcast.
He's having a great time. It's a
There
show.
he goes. Yo, just imagine he falls on my head.
You know what? I've been feeding the squirrels outside of my apartment apples and nuts. Connor gets apples and he never eats them, so I'm like, and then he doesn't notice when they go missing and he just buys more apples, and I'm like, okay.
Well, maybe he's keeping the Washington Park squirrels populated.
We just have this
He's
one
keeping them
squirrel
fed.
that hangs out around us, and we call it hair stripe because it has like
Is that the really big fat one that sits in that tree right there?
no, so it
Oh, okay.
lives underneath a drainage pipe on the building right next to us.
Oh, okay.
And it's so chubby, and I think like over
Okay,
the
then
winter.
it probably is the one that I've seen because there's a fat squirrel that Gizmo just likes to go.
But does he have a bald spot on his back?
I have pictures of him. I'll have to look at him.
So that's why I call him hair stripe because it's funny because it's not hair stripe. He's bald, but he has like a little bald stripe on his back. So that's how I know. Or her.
Well,
I think she has nipples.
Maybe he went to the barber and paid a lot for that haircut.
Yeah,
Okay?
maybe he did, or maybe he
He's
has
like, now
mange.
Richard, nibble this part of my hair out. And he's like,
It's a reverse mohawk. The kids are gonna love it.
oh my God.
I'm just gonna go see if anyone.
Oh,
has
yes,
commented
and
on-
check and see if my camera's still rolling. And how's the exposure look? Did it get too dark?
Oh no, it's not focused on us.
Oh, that's because you just walked, probably.
Oh, okay, cool. Now it's focused on us. Euro. Oh, Waffler. Red girl, say red euro. Yellow euro. Red girl, say yellow euro. Red euro.
Yellow euro, red euro.
Hello, Waffler Arts. Yellow euro, red euro.
Yellow euro, red euro.
You don't think I just messed up the
No, here, we'll
Okay.
just put our hands here. Focus.
focus?
Focus.
Let's hope it's.
It's like focus way back there. I should probably start just doing manual focus, but I like the autofocus because sometimes we move a little, and because I wanted a
Yeah.
better f-stop for a blurry background today. But yeah,
Right,
so
yeah.
Glenmont Job Corps. It was a very interesting time in my life. I had some good experiences there, but mostly it was like this anxiety of I can't wait to be done with this.
Were there anything like this is? Sorry if this is a deep question, but did you see any kids get like physically abused while you were there by the staff, or was that just like other kids beating up on each other?
No, I never saw staff abuse. For the most part, the staff was okay, and they had their limitations of things that they could do. If anything, they were just more neglectful of helping situations.
Oh, yeah.
Like it was a hard community to deal with because literally, so I went there out of my free will because I just
Right.
wanted to get out of high school, and I really just wanted to be like, I want to get my GED and be done. But New York State, I couldn't just go and do a GED program, so Glenmont Job Corps was the option. It was
Right.
either that or go to Oneonta, but I didn't want to go all the way to Oneonta, so I
Yeah.
was like Glenmont. And so when I was there were these two girls. The one girl she had multiple issues. She was on the TAP program, which TAP is the drug program. So when you come in, they drug test everybody. And if you have a positive drug test, they put you on TAP and they test you again every week after that until you're negative.
Oh,
And
wow.
then if you test positive again, like after I think it was like 2 or 4 weeks or whatever, they kick you out of the program.
Oh wow.
So
That's
like I had
so counterproductive. You're going there to get help, and they're kicking you out
because
you're
it means that you're still
struggling.
using.
Yeah, but like you're a kid and you're struggling, and
Most
obviously.
of these people weren't kids though. Like it was like people in their 20s.
Oh, okay.
So it's
Yeah.
just like, I mean, it is what it is. But like I had people, people would come up to me and I'm not
Oh my God.
I'm
they
not
asked you
making
for
this
pee.
up. They're like, yo, white girl, can I get some piss?
Yep.
And I was like, what, you guys just think because I'm white I don't smoke weed? And actually at the time I didn't smoke weed, but I never.
So they were right.
They were right. They totally it was a total stereotype. But it was funny because I walked onto campus and I literally had a flannel, blue jeans, cowboy boots, and my guitar slung over my back.
Oh my God.
And
you're
like it was
this
just like,
redneck.
no, really, I was such a redneck when I went onto campus. Like that's all I'd grown up in the country.
Yeah, I freaking love that.
And
Oh
then
my
I went in
God.
this place and like I got called so many names. People would come at me and just like it was an eye-opening experience for sure. But either way, people would try to buy my piss. And
They try and buy it. They would.
yeah, for like $3 because
Wow.
that's all that they had left.
From the
Um,
commissary.
from
From
their
the $20 commissary.
But no, they had this room that they would keep locked that they would let us go in, and it had like Suave shampoo and like Reese's and Butterfingers and like different
That's
snacks
so
and
crazy.
like random things that were like cheap that you could buy. So it was kind of funny. But yeah, no,
It's
so
kind of
these-
funny.
So this girl had already been on T-App, and there was this other girl, and they got into a big fight. I didn't personally see the fight, but I heard about the fight.
Oh, no.
And they like bashed each other's faces in, and I think they both got kicked out. But
That's
I
so
had
rough.
some weird experiences there.
The reason why I ask is because one of my family members ended up having to go to like a boarding school for kids like that, and like it was like a Paris Hilton thing. The way that the staff treats the children, like you're traumatizing them even more.
Well, I mean, the thing is everybody there is an adult for the most part.
Right. And the thing for her was like 15 to 18, so they were kids. They were
yeah,
kids.
no. And for us, it was like, I think the cutoff was, I think it was 16 or 17 until
Right.
like 25, 26. So it's like everybody there was adults, but it was just like sometimes the staff were really like neglectful because a lot of the people that were there because they're like, oh, you're going to lose custody of your child if you don't go through this program and get this thing, or you're going to go to prison if you don't finish this program and get a job.
Oh,
So this
wow.
was like people's
So
first
it's
step
the
before
last chance.
it was like their
Okay.
last chance to get integrated into society and stuff.
that's
And then
so
there were a lot of people who came there because they're like, no, I just want to get my GED and have a trade. Look, us with our little scuffs.
It's getting a little chilly.
I know. And so it was just like, there was just a lot of weird things that would happen, and like I would complain. There were a couple times where I complained about other students, and like I had a couple of threats. I had
Ooh.
things that I'm not going to necessarily go into detail, but let's just say I had a group of about 4 or 5 guys threaten me with some sort of misconduct that is inappropriate. And when I went to the staff and told them, they pretty much told me that there was nothing that they could do until something happened.
It's so crazy how my modeling experience and your experience there line up so much, because when I went through that thing where
Yeah.
with the guys,
Yes.
they were also like, just take a cold shower and forget about it. It happens all the time. Like, just chill
Yeah, and I'm just
and
like,
watch yourself next
so
time.
pretty much you need to be assaulted in order for action to be taken. And I was like, isn't the threat of it just enough to take action? And
And
they're
that's
like,
why
well, no, because we don't have any evidence that it actually happened, and you could be here to just destroy somebody's career path or whatever. And I'm just like, okay, yeah, because I'm just gonna like make up these things.
And not to get too deep into politics, but that's why so many women die from abusive relationships, because they're like, until something happens, you
Yep.
can't intervene.
Yep.
Even if you get a restraining order, like they have to break that restraining order and hurt you
yeah.
before people are gonna take you seriously.
So that was just like, it was such a different experience than like
Yeah.
versus community college. Like, I
Right,
loved
right.
I loved community
was
college, and you
fantastic.
know, I'm really happy that I actually, you know, when did I start? I don't even remember when I started my associate's degree, but I think it was about the time that I would have been in like a senior in high school is when I started going to college.
Oh wow, yeah. So like 18.
Yeah, actually, no, I think I was 20. Maybe I was 20. So I think I would have been done with high school at this time, because I waited a few years. I worked.
I was 20 when I went to community college. I was 18 when I went to PACE, 19 when I took like that year off, and then 20 when I went back to college. And then when I got to Albany, the thing was they didn't take any of my credits, and I was 21.
Which is so annoying.
So that's why I'm 25 and still in undergrad, because I had to redo my 4 years.
I just don't understand why more like credits can't be transferable, especially to like a SUNY college.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like
you
I
would
could
think.
understand certain credits not transferring to like Harvard or Yale or something like that, but it's like SUNY?
And the one, I think I told you about this, the one class credit that they did take was like a very beginner's English course. And then last semester as a junior, they were like, oh, actually this credit didn't transfer. So I had to take a beginner's English course. And I was like, we're learning how to write an essay. I'm literally a 400 level journalist. Like,
No,
don't
I mean,
even
I
know
think
how to
that's the
do
thing that I
this.
got really lucky with is I went to Fulton Montgomery Community College, and all of my credits transferred.
so
And I already had an associate, so it was just like, all right,
Yeah.
you have an associate, so now you're just going to start your 2-year bachelor program.
That's so great.
So, and I technically only did it for, it would be 3.5 years. I got my bachelor's in 3.5 years because I did 2 years of community, and then I did 1.5 years of my bachelor's, and because I did it in 3 semesters.
Yeah.
So yeah, but yeah, the difference of things, like I mean, high
Yeah.
school hated it.
Yeah.
Job Corps I hated it, but it got me out into the workforce.
Yeah.
And actually, you know George Foreman, the
Yeah,
boxer?
yeah.
And he made the George Foreman grills?
Yes.
Have you seen the Netflix documentary, George Foreman? They start off the movie and he goes to Job Corps.
Well, there
And
you
when I was
go.
watching the documentary, I was like, yo, I went there. I mean, not the same Job Corps, but I was like, yo, I went there. And I was like, that's so funny. So, I mean, you
Troubled
can-
people do great things.
But yeah, I mean, it's kind of funny because nobody ever asks me if I have a high school diploma because I'm like, oh, I have 2 college degrees.
Yeah.
But it's so funny because then they talk about high school and getting their diploma and different things and graduating high school and all these things around you. And I'm just sitting there and I'm like, yeah, I pieced out 3 months into 10th grade. I never took any of those stupid Regents exams that, I mean,
Oh, that's
I guess-
lucky.
I guess to a certain extent, maybe it helps you with
No, it
some-
doesn't.
something.
As someone who has ADHD and is like, testing for me is not
No,
what
I can't do
determines
it.
my level of
I
intelligence.
can't test.
That's why I get C's in school. No matter how involved I am, like I could get 100 on participation, I'm gonna get a 40 on the tests. I
No,
just cannot
I
retain
hate-
information
I
like
hate
that.
taking tests.
That's why I'm a creative, dude.
That's
because
why-
that makes more sense to me.
That's why both my associates and bachelor are in arts. And it's so funny because people have asked me like, "Oh, well, like what's your bachelor's degree?" And I'm like, "And it's a bachelor of arts." And they're like, "Arts of what?" Like, is it? And I was like, "No, it's literally just bachelor of arts. It's a general degree where I studied multiple mediums of art, and I minored in communications. So it's just like, yeah, I just studied all types of art, and it was great. It was the perfect college experience for me because I was able to be all hands on. I graduated 2019, so literally the year before the pandemic.
Yeah. Well, and also anything with the arts. Like I know I'm a journalism major with a minor in political science and psychology, but I am an art and theater person at heart, so I got to take one theater class while I was there.
Art
And it's
and
just
heart.
like, yeah, it just opens your eyes a lot more to how forgiving a community of people can be that you don't really know, and
Yeah.
how you can relate to people on experiences that you've had that they may have had on the other side of the world, you know.
Yeah.
But
I'm
at
gonna
the
go
end of the
check-
day, you're human.
I'm gonna check our camera and
Yeah.
make sure it's still running. So it is starting to get a little chilly
Yeah, it
outside. We will be starting to stream live on Twitch for you guys.
Yes, I'm gonna make a
So-
Twitch for us, and then I will give y'all the links to it so you can follow it if you
Yeah,
want.
so if you guys really want like a full cut edition, unedited. Oh wait,
Wee you, wee you. Go save people's lives. I hope it's nothing serious.
go save people's lives. I hope it's nothing serious.
Oh, wee you, wee you, wee you. Right, so we're now.
There's
we're
our
now-
squirrel. There he is. Climbing up. Oh no! They're chasing each other.
Him.
Where's the other one?
No, I think he's over there. He's
Is that him?
crossed that branch right up there.
Oh, he
from
jumped
there to
across
there.
the way.
Oh, look at that.
God, I love their fluffy tails. Could we make squirrel costumes? Oh, wait. Wait, I'm getting a call. I'm getting a call.
She's getting a call.
Wait, guys, I'm going to answer this phone call. I don't know who it is.
It's from Troy.
It's from Troy, New York. Hello? I'm sorry, who is this? Oh, yes, is my guitar ready? Oh my gosh. Oh, what time are you guys open till today? Oh, I'm in Albany. I won't be able to make it, but when are you open again? Tomorrow you're open till 4? Perfect. I will see you tomorrow then. Thank you so much. All right, thank you. Bye.
I love how you answered that shit fully in character. And
I
then
know,
you're like,
I didn't mean to, and then I was like, shit, he's gonna think I'm British, and I'm not.
It's your local representative calling you back about Herbies.
Oh. Guys, my guitar is ready. So, the heating systems in the old buildings, it's just dry. And
Oh,
so
that's
my
right.
Martin guitar had a huge crack up the back.
Just split.
Just split right up the back.
spit like a camel
So I
toe.
brought it over to a place in Troy, and they fixed it for me, and it's ready.
Oh,
my
so
God,
exciting.
I'm so excited. So I'm gonna go and get it tomorrow. Oh my God, it's
Not in time time for karaoke tonight,
But I don't need my guitar for karaoke. I'll just need your microphone. We're probably gonna go to karaoke tonight.
We are
If
gonna
she
go to
if she
karaoke.
does decide to come with me,
If I stay up late
if
enough.
she stays up late
because
enough,
she's going out at 9, and I usually fall asleep at 9.
then maybe what I'll do is I'll get a little clip of her and me doing karaoke, like 15 seconds,
Oh, that'd
and
be
we'll
great.
do it as a blooper reels because we
I
want
like
to
it.
start creating. We want you to get to know us as individuals in both our personal,
Professional.
professional lives.
This is the most professional I've ever been.
I mean, technically not me, but I wouldn't blame it for her.
Oh, shut up! No, this isn't the most professional.
No,
I've
I
ever
know it's
been.
not. God, I love this woman so much. Look at our cars; they're so cute.
Where's yours?
It's right
Oh,
behind.
look, it's right there.
Yeah, we got that one sandwiched in the middle.
Oh my God! Wait, did you have to park? Did you squeeze yourself in last night?
Oh yeah.
Connor and I were like, "Is that she had an inch between the car in front of her. Like, I don't know how you got in there."
Oh. First of all, I am the Queen of Shiva when it comes to parking. I have gotten myself into so many difficult spots that it's almost actually impossible for me to get back out of it, which is just like the general theme of my life. That's the Windex cleaner laugh that I talked about. That I was like, I hate it. I hate it.
There's this snort. Wait, it's the Mary Poppins. Some people laugh through their noses, hissing and fizzing like snakes. Some people laugh with their bellies. It's like, do you remember Mary Poppins where they go to that guy's house and they're all laughing and they float to the ceiling because they're laughing and they have the tea party and she sings the song about different laughs?
Yes, but holy cow, that is like a core memory that you just unlocked. That I have not seen Mary Poppins in so long.
A lot of core memories unlocked for you
All
today.
I know is if her name was Mary, I think she'd be popping pills.
What?
Mary's popping pills.
Or ponies.
Oh, hello.
Is it me?
Microphones. So, well, yes, actually, that was a very difficult spot to get into last night. I'm not gonna lie, that spot, I tried to park in a spot that was across the street, and then I realized that I was still gonna have to fucking move my car at 7 a.m. I just censored myself.
7 a.m.
7 a.m.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I'm not gonna get into a difficult spot just to have to wake up at 6:30 in the morning to move my freaking car. So I saw that spot and I was like, fuck. And so then I was like, all right, I'm gonna do it. And I got into it, and then I realized that when I got into the spot, I was this far away from the curb, and I was like, I'm like sitting I'm sitting in my car like cursing, and I'm just like, yeah.
Censoring yourself.
So then I get back out and I start, and it was like watching those YouTube videos with people like that are bad at parking, where it's like but like there was like, I literally had to do a like 20-point slight turn to get into the spot because I had
an inch, dude.
I had this much room on the front and this much on the back, and I was just like, and I was like trying, so like, thank God for backup cameras. If I did not have a backup camera on my car, I would not be able to get into half of the parking situations I get myself in.
No, because it literally looked like she had parked and then someone parked in front of her and behind her and left her no room. I cannot believe you got in between those guys.
I have a video of when I did it on the other side of the.
They're playing volleyball over there.
Shut up! You want to go ask them if we can play? No, well, we don't know if they're nice.
That's true. They might be men. That's a little scary.
It was, yeah. It was a terrifying thought. Wait, are they women though?
Where did it go? I swear to God, it just disappeared.
My car is blocking it.
Oh, okay. I was like,
Oh
wait, did
my
I hallucinate?
Gosh, I just want to grab a squirrel so bad and just like hold it in my palm and have it look at me.
Do you know about Thumbelina?
That's a little tiny person, right?
So she's
It's getting quite cold, mate.
She's a squirrel who was adopted like in 2016 because she was a rescue. She fell out of her nest and got
We're not
injured.
talking about the Disney Thumbelina.
No. It's a social media star. Her name is Thumbelina, and she has a thyroid condition. So she is the fattest squirrel ever, but she's a pet. So there are all of these videos of people like cuddling her, and I'm like, why does that look like the cutest, coziest shit ever? It's kind of gross, but
I mean, It wouldn't be the weirdest thing I've seen or done.
All right, I think we need to go inside.
All right, guys, it is getting a little cold.
And we are getting a little silly.
And we're getting goofy. And we just want to say thank you so much.
you.
Here's your little microphone. Thank you for streaming live with us on Twitch.
Yeah, for anyone who joined, we really appreciate it. I'm gonna be giving shout outs later. So again, Waffler, I'm so sorry, I don't know how to say your name, but Waffler, and then Fallen Bard again, who joins like most of my streams. He's
Thank you for following her streams. We will.
Yes.
I think what we'll probably do is get a Two Girls One Cat podcast
Twitch, yeah.
account going. So for any of those who do want to follow us on Twitch or any other streaming service, you always can follow our podcast live. Of course, our live podcasts are going to have a little bit of unedited content because we're not going to be cutting from our camera takes. So if you really just want to get the full experience,
All the
what it's
bloopers.
like, go for it. And then of course we're gonna have everything posted up on YouTube and Instagram, fun clips and stuff. So thank you guys so much for watching Two Girls One Cat podcast. Gizmo did not come out in the park today,
But we had a squirrel.
but we had some squirrels.
All right, y'all. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Thank you.